Shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all praise, honor, and glory unto Yahweh by Hashem, Yahweh Shai by Hashem, Rakah HaKodash. Double honors to the apostles, the bishops and elders of Great Millstone who rule and teach well, and peace and salutation unto the hopeful elect, the 1/3 of Yashar Allah, upholding the law, statutes, and commandments to the best of their ability. Peace and salutation. This is the brother Bakwasha, and this is going to be a short video just going into unclean spirits that are out here lurking in the world, and really an exhortation for brothers to be sober, as the scripture I'm going to read here is going to present. Because as Babylon, aka America, is dissolved, okay, by the spirit of Yahweh by Shemi Shai, and more of Esau, the so-called white man's wickedness is being revealed, more of these unclean spirits are going to be shown. And so it's just an exhortation for brothers to discern in the spirit, be cautious of the environments that you're in, and do what you need to do to get your daily bread and get back to the Bayath. And so earlier this morning, there's this guy that lives or roams about, started to, I guess, bellow out. And I believe through the spirit, he's an unclean spirit and roaming around the earth. And so let's start here in 1 Peter chapter 5, verse 8. Be sober, be vigilant, which means to look. Be sober means your mind, okay? Not to be polluted with all of the sorcery and witchcraft here in this world. Be sober in the spirit, the holy, righteous spirit of these words, okay, purify our minds, okay, and cleanse us to be sober, all right? Be sober, be vigilant, because your adversary, the devil, as a roaring lion, walketh about, seeking whom he may devour. And so, like I said, I'm going to play this clip here in a second. I want to grab one more quick scripture before we do. But the vigilant part is just discerning spirits, realizing everyone outside of this truth, okay, is subject to be compromised, okay, by the wickedness of Esau, the so-called white man. They are also adversaries, okay? So let's grab this real quick here in Job. This is Job, the first chapter, and just to land back off of that point, this is Job 1:7. It says, And the Lord said unto Satan, Whence comest thou? Then Satan answered the Lord, okay, Satan answered the Lord, okay, Yahweh by Shemi Shai, and said, From going to and fro in the earth, and from walking up and down in it. Okay, so the adversary is literally a part of the scripture says that he's the power of the air. Okay, let me see if I can grab that real quick. And so the spirit in which Esau, the so-called white man, has is ruled by Satan. So these people are under possession of Satan, okay? The adversary of Yahweh by Shemi Shai, the adversary of life, the adversary of truth, the adversary of righteousness, the adversary of order, okay? So this video is just going to be a clip of what I believe is an unclean spirit that is now seeking to devour others, okay? So let's read this real quick. This is Ephesians 2:2. Wherein times past you walked according to the course of this world, according to the prince of the power of the air, which is going right back to Satan, the spirit that now worketh in the children of disobedience. Okay, so let's play this real quick and we'll wrap up.
There you go.
And if you notice, he said, stop touching me. And I believe through the Spirit, part of the reason why he made that comment is because he's being controlled. And plus, we already know how much of a touchy, grabby, carnal man Esau is anyway. Okay? But let's bring this out and then we'll wrap up. This is Matthew chapter 12, verse 43. It says, when the unclean spirit is gone out of a man, he walketh through dry places, seeking rest, and findeth none. Okay? And that's exactly what this reminded me of. Okay? It says, then he saith, I will return to my house from whence I came, and when he is come, he findeth it empty, swept, and garnished. Then goeth he and taketh with himself 7 other spirits, more wicked than himself, and they enter in and dwell there. And the last state of that man is worse than the first. Even so shall it be unto this wicked generation. And so I'm going to grab this word here for unclean spirit, but listen as he says, stop touching me. Like, what would give that impression for someone that has this unclean spirit? Okay.
There you go. There you go.
I believe the last thing he said was, let me go. Oh, let go of me. That's what he said. Let go of me. I want you to hear this, brothers. To discern spirits. When you see an evil, unclean spirit, go the other way. There's no need to engage. There's no need to try to have, let me cast out this devil. Mm-mm. It's an indication. Okay, unclean spirit, and you don't know how many unclean spirits are in that vessel. Okay, especially like when it comes to women. Okay. Threw that guy at first base, though. This is Matthew chapter 12, verse 43. When the unclean spirit is gone out of a man, he walketh through dry places, seeking rest, and findeth none. Okay, so let's grab this word real quick for unclean. Okay.
Strong's G 169. Akarthatos. Akarthatos.
It says not cleansed, unclean. And I'm going to hit part B. In a moral sense, unclean in thought and life. Who has the most unclean thoughts in regards to this life? The adversary, the devil, Satan. Okay. And who embodies that spirit today is Esau, the so-called white man, pushing it all across the globe. Okay. It says morally lewd, or specifically demonic. Okay, foul, unclean. Okay, let's see if we got any other precepts down here. Ephesians 5:5. For this ye know that no whoremonger, nor unclean person, nor covetous man, who is an idolater, hath any inheritance in the kingdom of Hamashiach and of Yahweh. Plain and simple. Yeah, there's other precepts here. But I just wanted to go into that because through the Spirit, I mean, it's 10:30 in the morning. And so to have that spirit, that unclean spirit come through, it just reminded me of a few precepts. So just wanted to put that together through the Spirit. Lord will, it was edifying. And until the next time, Shalom.